Hey guys, we're back here. It's your boy Usi Phillips, founder of Valur Technologies, and we're gonna just take a little deep dive of the website that we have here and just walk you guys through it, right? So essentially, what we're trying to build here, what I'm trying to build, Akeem and myself, co-founder Akeem, is we're trying to power digital logistics, right? And essentially, what does that mean? We want to be the engine behind anything that moves from point A to point B, but we want to make it so simple, really, really simple, where it's as simple as a drag and drop. And that Canva approach where there's Photoshop here, there's Lightroom, and all these other sophisticated softwares. But we want to make this so simple that a very non tech person could come in, use our software, start a logistics company, and deliver a different customer experience. Because what a lot of people don't understand is in dealing with third party logistics or fulfillment, stuff like that, that is the last arm of your e-commerce business or your product reaching an end consumer. So whether your customer service, somebody answers the phone really nicely, you have all this email automation up front, and the whole thing is smooth, this last bit could sink your entire part of your experience. Essentially, we are looking to efficiently move goods, right? And the aim is to power global leaders, any business of any size, with that predictive visibility, meaning that you see in the full spectrum of your supply chain. You have that transparency where your end user sees exactly what they need to see, and the operational intelligence that you could then say, all right, cool, we have our recommendation engine that says uses AI or machine learning to learn tracks or trends. All right. Essentially, if we know that on Tuesday there's a lot of traffic here, the system would then route your driver to a part that has less traffic. But we would also notify your customers via different mediums, SMS, different things like that. And we're really starting with version one, and then we're gonna build this publicly, and then we're gonna involve consumer feedback that comes back to us and say, here's what we are having this problem because this is what happens in my business. We could take that those learnings, take those feedback, and improve the product, and even separate it for different industries where you could have built it into possible features, right? And we want to get achieve on time deliveries at a reduced cost, because I don't know, in far countries where I operate, we have similar problems. So Africa and the Caribbean has similar problems with this logistics. Here's why we're going to launch it across Africa and the Caribbean, right? And what I've seen increase in the most recent times is a lot of people are there asking, hey, you order this on Facebook or through a marketplace, and they are telling you, here's what, pay $40 delivery or $10 delivery or how much ever the equivalent is, but I still have to leave home and reach them at a point. Why am I paying you $40, $50 delivery, but I still have to reach you at a point where I have to leave home and go to a mall and reach you somewhere central? Case in point, I used TT Post or something in country, and that TT Post delivery took 5 days to deliver. 5 days, right? The person sent it last Wednesday. I received it the following Wednesday. And this is not even from one end of Trinidad to the other end of Trinidad. So we have some logistical issues here, and some people have some logistics issues across the world that are similar, and we are aiming to solve that, right? So soon we're gonna have our beta up and running. We're still working on the software, or at least version one or the MVP part of it. These are actually screenshots of the actual software here. So more than likely we're gonna do over the UI and the UX. But you literally have a dashboard. You can manage drivers. You could see your orders. You could see order history. You could see the vehicles. You could see a driver profile for safety and that experience. So my driver profile would say, hey, OC Phillips, he's driving this vehicle. This is his score. This is his ratings. And you could see where the driver is in real time before he comes to deliver your product. So you could change your location if you have an emergency. It's then managed. My experience with that last delivery that I had is person sent it. They asked me if I received it. No. And then one day I just got a call. Hey, we're here to deliver. but you don't know if I'm home. You don't know what's my plans. You don't know if I still work in an office somewhere, right? So these are the things that we're going after, right? So when we ask people to join our beta group, is literally for us to start to do that first round of testing, and then we could see. So we could dive into the features. Essentially, we're starting off with that WooCommerce plugin. So essentially, our plugins would be across every single e-commerce or website framework without integration. That could then pull the information for all deliveries and then pass it through our system to our drivers, right? So our drivers would be able to then do delivery. So that person would then not have to deal with a full company to basically manage. But once you do that, you have a direct access, a direct window to our drivers, and then you could really decide if you want to choose our options of same day delivery, next day delivery, stuff like that. And of course, you get real time tracking, you get order management, as you would have seen, route optimization. Of course, we're gonna check every single route to make sure that your drivers take the first or the best route. Of course, to increase efficiency and not to burn gas and not to pay overtime and stuff like that. Last mile delivery, we're looking at the last mile of every single part of your business, depending on the type. We're gonna look to cover that. We're gonna have customer and driver applications, even though we're trying to stay away from the application. So we have a couple things in mind where we're gonna do, and we're actually gonna pull out ways to reach your customers where they are. So we're gonna have connectivity across SMS and across WhatsApp and stuff like that. Of course, we have the multi-language support because we're going into multiple markets, mainly English, as you can see here, Spanish for Colombia, or that dialect. Then we're gonna go French for East Africa, and of course Portuguese and stuff like that, right? And then of course people would have the option to white label our solution and then bring it to market, right? So, of course, we're on a mission to revolutionize logistics industry, at least in market for now, until we get to that cross-border logistics and addressing key efficiencies in processes, making them transparent for all parties. And we don't just want to be a technology solution provider, but we want to be a partner that would grow and actually solve this problem. Now, we are going after something that's really big, and this problem is a really really tough problem because again when you go into cross border stuff then you'd have to figure out how you're going to deal with customs and different regulations and the red tape, right? So one of the things that we are going to be suffering from is something called the Moses syndrome, where when you're first to market in certain spaces, what happens is that every mistake you make is multiplied by 10, but every success you make is kind of divided by 10 because somebody could come right after us and then learn from our mistakes and actually make that decision faster or actually not pay as much to learn what we learn, right? The opportunity cost that we are spending here is actually high, right? So we're going to do that journey for growth. Of course, we're going to look to connect to all fintech providers as much as possible because we want to have seamless integration across channels where even if you're able to do one thing here in a different market, it may be different. So we're looking to have that localization aspect there. So across Africa, we're going to connect with our payment partners across there. And once you connect to that, people could then connect right down to WhatsApp business and then move a solution. But then they could use SMS. So you don't even have to have data. Even if you have something like 5 or 10 cents on your phone, you could still send a text, but you could still make a transaction, move money, but also pay for something and have it delivered, right? From a mobile wallet or something like that. And we really want to help clients enable changes really quickly because a lot of people again focus on hey payments, hey this, but with the increase in payments and increase in e-commerce and on-demand economy that we're going into, there's going to become we're going to have a very high increase in people wanting to move goods from point A to point B, and that's where we look to come in and differentiate ourselves, right? So we're creating exclusive solutions like store pickups, time bound deliveries, reverse pickups. A lot of people do focus on reverse or returns, right? So that reverse slash return logistics, we're there. And of course, we're going to have a couple things coming soon. Digital quotations and bookings. Of course, we're going to do that. Real time supply chain management, stuff like that. a repository for other parts of the business. So where we fit, where we could integrate almost to your CRM and stuff, right? Of course, we have white label solutions that we could run almost right now. But again, we're putting in the work to deliver something proper. And we would be soon on the App Store as soon as we get these things. Again, our order management dashboard, this is ideally how it looks. You're able to manage orders, manage customers, assign drivers. Of course, you have your reporting and your analytics that you could export in different formats, or you could connect it to your different analytics software and do things. And of course, real time tracking, right? Of course, our partners in this build, we're going to go with Tech, which is where I do some work across there. Redbit also, Akeem, pick up my co-founder one time, and Intervas is our partner across Africa, where we're doing a couple things there, right? So just now, this even though this is open right now, you could actually fill the form out and join the driver or vendor beta test, or you could join the WooCommerce beta group if you have an e-commerce store. Essentially, we're going to ramp this up just now and let everybody know what's taking place here. Right, guys? So again, it's your boy OC, and I just wanted to just give that breakdown of what the website is. You could see this video on our YouTube channels or anywhere across our social media channels, and we are here to make sure that we help you do logistics the right way. Thank you.